I think you nailed this tattoo. They're super clean. The shape of the tattoo, the details at the bottom, ripping through, the mouth, the eyes. I like them all.
Thank you.
When you really zoom in on the whiskers, they are lined really nicely. That is so hard to do.
Did Gian match the Ink Master?
Two completely different takes on neo-traditional, but absolutely equal in terms of quality and integrity.
Julia, Caroline, Taisha, LT, Mark, and Ryan. All of you had the worst tattoos of the day. The 6 of you are going to have one more chance to prove you have the essential skills to continue in this competition. You must now face off against your rival. You and your rival must tattoo head-to-head. One rival will win, and one rival will lose. Lose, and you could end up being the first artist to pack your machines and close shop. You've been randomly assigned an open canvas, and you will have 4 hours to tattoo. But there is a catch. Your rival will impact your fate, because your rival will pick the style you must tattoo.
This is gonna be great.
This is your chance to expose your rival's weakness, so choose wisely. Julia, what style do you pick for Caroline?
Neo-traditional.
You came here to prove that you're a better artist than your rival. If you blow this, you could be packing your machines. Let's head to the shop and meet your canvases, and good luck.
Do you have any particular type of imagery that you're into as opposed to any other?
I like skulls. Skulls, roses.
Any other imagery besides skulls and roses, or that's what you're...
Yeah.
All right. Again, I'm doing skull and roses, which I got yelled at for before, and I'm doing it in neo-traditional, which I have no idea what I'm doing. I am gonna beat Julia. Experience always trumps inexperience.
Oh, you went for the skull and the rose. Skulls and roses again? Caroline, did you not learn in that last challenge? If you're trying to redeem yourself, you need to go back to the drawing board.
Today, your rival assigned you a style that they thought would get you out of the competition for good. Let's see how you did. Caroline, let's start with you. Julia, why did you assign neo-traditional for Caroline?
Because she has horrible line work and she never uses thick lines.
Well, Caroline, I feel like your rival definitely picked a weak point to show us. You definitely have a struggle with the outline. Your rose sits very flat, no leaves at all. This same tan, beige, sandalwood, whatever the you want to call it, color that you just put into the skull, it's very lackluster.
The judges have decided. Caroline, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Welcome back, Cleen. As a veteran, you fought through this competition once. You now have the power to choose the next elimination tattoo. This week, you're calling the shots. What's the next elimination tattoo?
We're gonna do hot rods and choppers, neo-traditional style.
Not my strong point.
Probably half the guys here don't know about hot rods or choppers. I'm a gearhead. I'm gonna kill this tattoo, and there ain't nobody gonna get in my way.
Cleen, have a seat.
Hot rods and choppers are difficult because they don't really lend themselves well to a tattoo. They don't flow, they don't move well. It's a bunch of little parts all jumbled together. I don't like it.
Remember, you are being judged on contrast. Neo-traditional tattoos are the ideal test of contrast because they have bold outlines and heavy blacks set against a bright color palette, making them pop.
Oh, there it is.
Cleen chooses neo-traditional, which is a style known for lots of bright colors. Perfect opportunity for all these artists to really show a lot of contrast.
As soon as I walked in, I said, that's who I want.
Super awesome. Where are you putting it at?
You put it on there where you want to do it, and I'm happy with it.
My guy wanted a chopper on his ribs, but guess what? He's a huge fan. He's gonna let me do whatever I want.
When you're doing hot rods and choppers, you want to make them dynamic. The only way to make something dynamic is to bump up the contrast with a lot of black and a lot of bright, solid, bold color. Without that, we're gonna really have a flat tattoo and it'll be easy to pick apart.
I'm gonna get all this gray done.
I'm gonna kill this tattoo.
How you doing, man? So that's just the V engine of your bike?
Time-wise, you know, I figured let's just make the motor nice and beefy. Yeah, beer start that engine, you know what I mean?
As a veteran artist, my strategy is to do good, solid, clean tattoos.
When was the last time you got a tattoo done?
10 years ago.
Yeah, that's one thing.
My canvas is 70 years old. I'm not gonna put bright colors. This is not Happy Day, Lollipop, Mushroom Day. That's not for him.
They can't pick on my work, that's for a fact. Because it's all about being proud. I'm just here to... tattoo. It's no stress. It's gonna be good.
Grandpa is gonna go home with a badass tattoo. And Chris Germa is gonna deliver.
Today, Cleen challenged you to tattoo symbols of speed, hot rods and choppers in neo-traditional style. Cleen, let's start with you. When you said neo-traditional, this was the palette that I expected to see from the field. I like the flames, the engine is very identifiable, and I like what you did with this background.
I think that's the best part. Red, wine, blue, baby. America.
That's not American, Cleen.
It's America.
That's Puerto Rican flag.
Gave him a Puerto Rican flag.
I see the discrepancies with the flag. Putting more stars in the blue area instead of one big white star would have helped you out. But no one can argue with this line work. Nobody can argue with your saturation. The details of this motor are right. It's a very slick tattoo.
Chris, there's not a whole lot of neo-traditional elements to this tattoo.
Strong lines. The lines hold the neo.
It's a contrast challenge, and we're missing a lot of contrast in this piece. I'm having a hard time reading that bike.
Design choices are very strange. You got one cheek wing, no wing on the other side. The way you have this motorcycle wheel disappearing into the eye of the skull, it's a hard to read tattoo. There's a lot of messy details. For a contrast challenge, you want the details to stand out strong. You missed that part of the challenge.
All right, guys, we have to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. I'm leaning more towards Cleen on this one because when I think neo-traditional, I think bold, big, loud, bright colors, contrast. I'm going with Cleen.
Cleen.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Cleen. Today, you were judged on contrast, and based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. The judges have decided, Chris, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. For today's challenge, you must tattoo neo-traditional animals.
Dope. Got y'all.
I'm scared. I love animals. They're so cute. Neo-traditional, I'm just gonna jump off a bridge.
Good luck.
Go get them, boys.
Girl power. Your antlers to head proportions may be a little off just to make it work better.
I want it to be more like anthropomorphic, so they don't got to be super huge.
Good. You got awesome use of vocabulary, man. I'm loving it.
We're gonna talk placement. So I'm thinking it might be better somewhere else. Only because we only have 6 hours and it's color. So I'm just a little worried about finishing it. I'm down to do ribs if it's something you're like set on.
I mean, I was thinking like if not ribs, then like my back.
Your back?
Area.
Okay.
So we want to do a baboon. The shin area.
The concern is I'm way out of my comfort zone. I've done the same kind of style for many, many years that people love and adore. So my stuff is not neo-traditional at all. This is why I'm here. I want to do something different.
What style do you consider it?
They put me in the watercolor category, which I hate. I like to call it just fine art.
I'm nervous as hell, but I've got to pull this up.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
So cute.
Neo-traditional, it's just a little bit more modernly drawn.
Yeah, that's the best spot ever. I love it.
A little more hyper detail. You can use different line weights, and you definitely have a vastly expanded color palette.
It's weird because it looks crooked when you move, but...
Dude, no, it's standing up straight. I'm stoked right now.
Biggest thing about doing an animal tattoo is it needs to have the right characteristics of that animal so that it's very clear as to what it is.
What are you doing over here?
Good. Just trying to like block colors in.
That's all it is. Big, blocky, solid tattoo.
I hate color. I've always seen things in black and gray. This is my mixer for all the blues. That's my mixer.
Never mix with white. You're gonna grab a tan, something that's light that can get you to a lighter tone, and you mix that.
I taught myself, so I don't really know anything. I work by myself, so it's not like I really have the chance to learn. I want to be able to let go of all of the shit in my head, and I just want to have fun. I want to do a good tattoo. It's just hard.
Watch you're not wiping too hard over that line work.
Okay.
The whole top of the head is dark brown, but you have it orange.
I honestly rarely work with color.
I just figured I would make it like the brown and orange just because otherwise he would be really neutral.
I am not a neo-traditional tattooer. The way that I would go ahead and shade things as a realism artist would be the polar opposite.
Just try to get some of the darks in there, you know?
Yep.
Because that's what you want. You want darks and lights.
I'm not so sure mine's neo-traditional.
I like the little chest hair you gave him.
Yeah, right? The women gave me this moose tat because they don't think I'm a capable artist, but I'm about to show them.
I love this tattoo.
You're looking at the tattoo of the day, man.
I spent a lot of time as a child sculpting, painting, doodling. I was just that creepy little kid drawing by himself.
Yes, killing it. Good job. Oh,
Nice.
yes.
This is when I finally get to show what I can do here as a tattooer.
This tattoo being symmetrical, you obviously want both sides to look the same. So it's definitely taking time to get this thing done.
Think you could punch in those blacks a little bit more?
Probably, yeah. I want to make sure my color is saturated and that I present a really good finalized tattoo.
My fear is when I punch blacks is like the skin up, you know?
To me, it's about like punching it in kind of hard
The first time.
once instead of trying to do like several light passes over it because that's what's more likely to the skin up.
Yo, that little line work in that is dope.
I'm here to showcase to my kids that you can push yourself out of your comfort zone and take risks. So I better do my damnedest to win this.
Today, you had to demonstrate contrast by tattooing a neo-traditional animal. Ashley.
Your piece is out of balance. You yourself show me that you know how to put solid color in one section because the green leaf is the only thing on your entire piece that's solid. And you abandon that for whatever reason throughout everywhere else.
I don't do neo-traditional.
But you do art, right?
Yes.
Be an artist.
Ash.
These tattoos need a heavy outline. They stand alone. You don't have a strong outline. Your blue isn't solid. And please, for the love of God, what is that red?
Yeah, I probably told her to do the red. I just told her to whip red from corners.
It's not that. It's the way the red looks. You just don't put in solid color.
This is my first time doing it. Not that that's an excuse.
Don't abandon the things that you can do because somebody changed the name of what you're doing. You know what you're always doing? Tattooing.
Yeah.
So just tattoo.
Jason.
It's a cool drawing. It's got a cool style to it. The rope border is a smart idea because it doesn't have to be that perfect hard circle with a hard outline. Having that little bit of background in there is a nice touch. So far, you have come out and you've drawn with your heart. You are the guy in the room that, on paper, is pushing with illustrations.
Justin. Overall, I like the design. Where it loses me is these animals, those colors on them are really vibrant. You had a cherry red in there, and it's not anywhere reading like cherry red. That's a contrast issue for me.
I guess when we looked at it, I felt like it was punched in there.
This thing has a lot of trauma in it, and that's the reason why your color and the way it went into the skin, it didn't work out in your favor. It doesn't look like a clear sticker.
All right, judges, it's time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
I mean, for me, Creepy Jason standing out. Solid, legible, a lot of contrast. My vote for Creepy Jason.
I like to see art. I like to see things that I don't expect to see. I'm gonna go with Jason.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Jason. Today, you are being tested on contrast. Based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. The judges have decided, Justin, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
For this elimination tattoo, each of the Ink Masters will pick a style.
Oh.
You must tattoo in one of the styles called by the Ink Masters. While you tattoo your canvas, the Ink Masters will also tattoo at the same time.
Oh, head to head.
In critique, your tattoo will be directly compared to the Ink Master's tattoo in the same style. No pressure. Fail to match the master, and you must face off.
God damn.
Okay. I'm gonna have to face off. I can feel it. It's insane to have to go up against any artist in their preferred style, much less an Ink Master.
DJ, what style do you pick?
Let's go with neo-traditional.
All right. Neo-traditional is using the tattooing techniques of traditional, but doing a little bit more of an illustrative style with it. It's just like American traditional, but like a little sexier.
I can already tell nobody wants to compete against DJ.
I don't want to compete against any of them.
As you've seen so far, we expect to hold you to a certain standard, and these guys are here to remind you what that standard is.
You have 4 of the most talented
on this planet right now in front of you guys, proving yourself to be worthy to stand there. You guys are gonna have to pull out every trick in the book.
Let's do this, bud.
It's go time, baby.
This is a really great test of adaptability because the artist has to match the master in terms of technical ability, artistry, and in terms of composition.
From here, I could see everything. I know exactly what's going on.
These artists are going to have to figure out how exactly to beat these masters at their own game. And that's a hard thing to do.
Are you guys hot? What do they got the temperature set at in here? Nervous?
This time, these artists are amazing. They're throwing people in the mix that already know about tattooing under the gun. It's gonna be way harder to trip these artists up because they've been through this before. Gion's followed my work for a long time. He does super clean, neo-traditional tattoos at home daily. So I know he's gonna keep up.
Crazy being back for the day. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. It's an honor to tattoo just with you in the same room.
I'm going for a leopard, man. It's a likable image. I'm gonna keep it simple. Winning that $250,000 would be amazing. But going up against DJ and beating him at this style, dude, that's priceless, man.
Today, you had to tattoo in one of the styles called by the Ink Masters. If you were able to beat or match the Ink Master, you are safe from elimination. Gian, you tattooed in neo-traditional called by DJ.
That's right.
Before we critique your work, let's check out DJ's tattoo.
It's a really beautiful design. It's just so aesthetically pleasing, so well drawn.
I love the different line weights you've used to create that hair and the flow. I think that's super powerful. There's a lot of tricks in here.
And you used line work to show all of the different areas of the bird and all of the different movements that you wanted the bird to have. I am so happy you came in swinging like this.
All right, Gian, let's see how you did.
You found the biggest dude on the yard, and you went after that dude.
Yes, 100%. For me, DJ being one of my favorite artists of all time, going head to head, that was the way for me to just step out of my comfort zone.
I think you nailed this tattoo. They're super clean. The shape of the tattoo, the details at the bottom, ripping through, the mouth, the eyes. I like them all.
Thank you.
When you really zoom in on the whiskers, they are lined really nicely. That is so hard to do.
Did Gian match the Ink Master?
Two completely different takes on neo-traditional, but absolutely equal in terms of quality and integrity. Gian, you definitely matched the master.
Gian matched the master.
You definitely matched the Ink Master.
Gian, you matched an Ink Master, and you are safe from elimination.
All right, man. Thank you very much. Woo. Oh, man, thanks, bud.